Hi, hello, welcome, or welcome back if that's the case. Today's video is called What Makes You a Walking Franchise. So, my last video was about trauma, and the title was What Trauma is Trying to Get Your Attention. And so, I wanted to balance energies out and make a more uplifting video. Like, we're still going to read energies and all of that, but instead of paving the way for a little dark night of the soul, I am going to hype you up. So, 4 groups to choose from today. You might be called to choose more than one group, that's okay. Perhaps there are messages for you in more than one group, and also always remember that this is a collective reading, so each and every group will have different messages and different scenarios for different people, so only take what resonates and let everything else fly. Without further ado, I am now going to film the group selection because I think I said everything that I needed to say. And yeah, let's get into it. Alright, so we are going to have group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. You can pause the video if you need to. You can look at the cards with semi-closed eyes because that can help you choose with your intuition rather than just your vision. See you at your group. Bye-bye. Hi, group 1. So, this is your card. And what comes through right away is that there is some sort of beautiful sadness about you. So this might refer to your physical appearance, like I'm looking at the central figure. I'm thinking like Hedy Lamarr, that actress, that Hollywood actress who was used as model for Snow White and was also known for portraying the first female orgasm on a movie screen. And yeah, she was very famous for having this nostalgic and sad beauty to herself. But this could also refer to your character, meaning that you might have like a very sad baggage, but it's something that you wear. Like, I mean, I opened the reading saying beautiful sadness. So, whatever it was that caused you to have this like nostalgic energy about you, was meant to teach you something. Like that's also your vault of treasures. This can also be true if that is a message about your beauty. You might discover that you can work in the art field or in theater as well. But going back to the more expressive side of this beautiful sadness, to analyze it a little bit further, this might come from difficult romantic relationships that kind of left a taste, perhaps even a bad one, a trace, and also like knowledge about, for example, what love isn't, and and perhaps even about yourself. There is also a loneliness to you, like you might either like, or perhaps life put you in situations and conditions where you kind of had to be by yourself and really look at yourself and learn from yourself. Perhaps even because of those relationships, those connections that left you vulnerable and sad. So this card, I think I forgot to say it in the beginning. This card's name is Echo. So I was saying that very, very shortly before. So the name of this video is What Makes You a Walking Franchise, and that is because like we all come into this world with a soul, and then we go through certain experiences, and then we kind of have to reach a point where we're like, okay, what do I do with all of this? Okay, and so here we are trying to see what all of this is, and also what can be your guidance to know what to do with all of this. Okay, and so you might have experienced period in your life where you didn't really know what to do with all this baggage, all this emotional baggage. It's, to me, this is a very emotional card. And so your journey, as soon as you are going to find the strength and the motivation to move forward, your journey will be to be an echo for whatever type of learning that you collected going through these experiences. Now, this might not mean being like an echo, a direct echo. If you hear something, it's Anubis who's drinking super loudly, my dog. That you are going to be a precise echo of those experiences. Okay, let me explain. Because when I look at when I flipped this card initially, I had a very like poetry vibe, a very artsy vibe. Also, with the name Echo, it made me think about music, singing, and basically using your voice to amplify certain things. Now, in Echo's case, she ended up amplifying love, expressions of love. Okay, and so since you went through experiences that kinda taught you about love in an upside down way, you might have to spend some time alone, spend some time away, learning how to walk away when needed, so that you will know exactly. Sorry, he's making a whole little doggy mess, and it's super cute. It's just a bit distracting. But yeah, to really purge and cleanse, like I'm being called to this dynamic right here, where it kind of looks like this character goes to the river with her robe or whatever, to cleanse it. But yeah, to cleanse yourself from the dark remains of those experiences, so that you can actually be an echo for messages of love, even from those experiences. Like if you had, for example, bad romantic experiences, you might end up realizing that this actually taught you about self-love. Another element that is coming through is that you might, like, this might be a recurring thing for you, to be the subject of like gossip or intrications, plottings, and like just very low vibrational activities, and that at some point in your life, perhaps in your youth, or like right now if you're looking at this, in your younger years, you might have the tendency to get caught in this type of energies, and whatever it is that you are meant to do with the knowledge that you acquired is only going to self-actualize as soon as you also learn to walk away from this gossipy energy. And so this might be, for example, referring to you learning how not to gossip about other people just because everybody around you does that, or you learning how to not be affected that much when people display those kind of behaviors around you. Like it's not a sign that you always have to end up in this sad energy. As soon as you learn that this energy is a part of you that is meant to help you move forward, you will also have to learn how to basically not give a fuck about how others might perceive you as you enter your journey. Anything else? Yeah, and as you progress through your journey, you might also realize that this plotting energy is kind of always around the corner, and so you will have to find a way to isolate your energy recurrently. Ooh, there's another scenario that might be true just for a few, and it talks about therapy, like having therapeutic skills, like it could be an holistic therapist or like a counselor or a psychologist and all of that, and literally you work with pain. And so this came through talking about the importance of taking some time away for you. Not just when you hit the exhaustion point, but always knowing that there is this dark energy around you. Like your energy naturally attracts this type of dark energy, and so yeah. You will definitely need to learn how to be protective of you throughout your journey, not just taking a vacation each and every 5 years, or I don't know, like it doesn't even have to mean like disappearing completely every 3 months, like a therapist might need to do, but being very strict with who you share your informations with, who you share your emotions with. Yeah, you might also need to learn that your emotions are not like the typical conversation subject, and you will have to find ways to express them, either through arts, music, poetry, writing, creating content, helping others as well. Yeah. So you might also struggle with feelings of loneliness, of feeling like misunderstood, like, okay, I can go through life just like everybody else, but this sadness that I have really feels different than the sadness that I see in others, at least those who are immediately around me. And perhaps you will, like, if you decide to go on a journey of self-actualization, I think that's how you pronounce it. The goal is to come closer and closer in union with yourself, and learning how to be more and more honest and true to yourself in order to be able to interact with people who are just as honest and as true to themselves as you are. And that might probably not be the case in the first part of your life, because you're going to basically, instead of focusing your attention on on social connections, you will have to focus more your attention in or on your inner world, because it is coming through as very intense. Okay, so something that might help you, like, all along the way is always having a space where you can connect with nature, researching about meditation so that you can process your emotions safely. And yeah, study whatever field you feel called to explore, to express your inner baggage. Study it from a practical point of view, knowing that, like, the material for inspiration is within you. All you need are the instruments. So whenever you feel like it's too much, or it doesn't have any purpose, or like your mind is and soul and spirit and inner waters are just all over the place, focus on the to-do list aspect of your dream, of how you want to reach a position where you are able to bring yourself out, basically. Okay, that's all I have for you, group 1. I hope that's resonated. If you're staying for more groups, you're more than welcome to stay. If you don't, wish you a great whatever you're going to have next. If you want to book a personal reading, the link is down below, the reservation link. All my other links are down below as well. Other social media, donation, what else? I think that's it. Also, the chapters are listed down below, but you probably know because that's the first video. And this is the evening for me, and I'm a bit tired. So I'm going to now close this group. Thank you, and talk soon. Bye. Hi, group 2. So this is going to be your card, Delfino, to answer the question, what makes you a walking franchise? So I did a little disclaimer in group 1 and that I didn't do in the beginning, so I'm going to add that in each and every group. The reason for this video is that we all come into existence with a special, beautiful, and unique soul. Then we go through certain experiences, and then we kind of arrive to a point. More often than not, it can even happen at several points in life, where you kind of have to look at all of this and ask yourself, what am I supposed to do with all of this? So in this reading, we are going to have a look at what all of this is and how you can use that to your advantage. So, Delfinos. Delfinos was a dolphin who served the gods as a messenger for love. Okay, there was a complicated love situation, and Delfino helped create the bridge and was eventually rewarded with becoming a constellation and an immortal figure in the big cosmic mandala. So, you have a very bright, positive energy, kind of like a dolphin, you know. So you might be very into sports, but something else that's coming through is nature. So you might be naturally good at being outside. Perhaps you even like sports outside. You might be really good with animals as well. You might have animals, but also you might have like a special affinity or a way to communicate with animals, a way to understand animals that might even allow you to work with animals, like as a professional, for example, like a vet, or I mean, could be the zoo, but I'm not really pro zoo, just to be honest. So, I mean, if that's your type of career, I really hope you're doing it in the best way possible. But yeah, I just don't like that. Perhaps rescuing centers, that can be something that I can approve a little bit more. I was also having this image of that there was that internet personality. I think his name was Paul. I swear it's not Logan Paul. But I should double check that. But basically, this guy who knew how to survive in the Amazonic jungle, and like he knew which animals were okay to approach, which were not, and basically he was able to lead a certain type of discovery missions through the jungle because he basically knew how not to die. And so like yeah, he was able to create some very, very interesting bridges, either for researchers trying to figure out how to not mess up even further the ecosystem, or to reach out to certain communities. And yeah. You are also coming through as very trustworthy. So you might be someone who is highly sought from people around you, when it's time to handle like delicate situations. Like people are okay with telling you the truth, and also people can count on the fact that you are going to meet them with the truth as well. You have a lot of honor, like literally it says honor. And you're meant to be rewarded for working in your purpose, if that is your purpose. It's not, if none of this resonated, perhaps this is not your group, but if it did, you're going to be rewarded either like financially, meaning that by tapping into your abilities, that might be all of those that I presented, or only a few. But anyway, by tapping into those, you are meant to be rewarded. Find a job that actually allows you to use your skills. You are meant to have beautiful love in your life too. I see like a couple here, and that always, as long as you keep yourself within those beautiful boundaries that you have of positive energy, honor and truth, you're supposed to attract a partner that is just like you. Like, might be through your work, but might not be like your exact mirror, okay? But, you know, someone who knows how to have fun, even in a childish way, which is the most important thing, you know, for a partner, because you can just party and shake your ass with anyone, but when it's a matter of being in each other's energy over and over again for years, well, you might want to pick someone who actually makes you laugh, who actually meets you honorably, just as honorably as you meet yourself in life, who is going to tell you the truth, who is going to trust you with their secrets, and you are going to be able to trust them with your secrets as well. Anything else? No, that was a very short reading, but I think it was because it's a very positive one. Like, the only warning is really, like, honor yourself, honor the fact that you are a bright being, and that you are supposed to influence reality with your energy, and that as long as you keep on taking care of it, it can bring you really, really far. And yes, like, okay, sorry, no, this was not there. There's another side message that is coming through, is that that is also related, actually, because as long as you remain faithful to your faithfulness, you might also end up receiving some sort of knowledge at some point. Might be like through ending up meeting with someone who has a specific type of knowledge that will help you greatly, or like through living your life as you feel like you should be living it, you are going to be rewarded with some knowledge in terms of like the secrets of happiness, the secrets of love. And there is also something else. If you were more relating to the message about the connection with animals, you might also end up receiving hidden knowledge or secret knowledge or like very precious knowledge about either the animal realm, like how it works, how it's structured. Like you might actually be able to connect some dots that were a bit gray so far, or knowledge about nature, like healing with plants, for example. All of that knowledge that is I mean, it's not even going lost, it's actually being destroyed actively. So I think that is why it's coming through as something like closed off, like you might have to dig a bit deeper through the jungle, through those areas where others are not there to look, in order to get this type of knowledge. But it's going to be very rewarding, and you're also very likely to receive recognition for it, because this is the crown of the poets or the Olympic athletes, okay, like people who made it, okay, who made it happen. Yeah, very, very beautiful reading. Now that's all. Now that's all that I have for you. I hope that it resonated and that it helped you gain a little bit more clarity and inspiration. If it did, you can like, subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to book a personal reading, the reservation link is down below, as well as links to my other social media platforms, donation, and I think that's it. Thank you for tuning in. If you're going to stay, see you there. If you're gonna go, have a great whatever you're going to have next. Talk soon. Say your daily vada retro. Stay beautiful. You have a lovely energy. Bye. Talk soon. Hi, group 3. Tranquilo. Sorry, my dog is kind of acting crazy. This is your card. It is, yes. To answer the question, what makes you a walking franchise? So quick disclaimer that I did for all groups. The reason for this video is that we all arrive into this existence with a beautiful, unique soul, and then we go through certain experiences, and then we kind of have to, he's still going, we kind of have to reach a point, sometimes even several times, where we just have to look at all of this and, ask ourselves, what is it, okay? So in this reading we are going to see what all of this is and how you can make that work for you. So while I was shuffling, I was repeating the question out loud. So one card, what does make group 3 a walking franchise? And I kind of got confused for a second, and instead of saying what does make group 3 a walking franchise, I said, what does make group 3 a walking felony? So at first I was like, okay, that's because it was the title of a previous video, so I'm mixing things up. now I'm looking at your card, and I'm realizing that this might actually be a message for you. Looking at this part of the card, like in a funny way, meaning that you might be like really sexy, and like to the point where like some might describe it as a felony. Now let's see why and what does make you so sexy. You have an ambivalent or very dual energy to you. This might refer to either your personality, like perhaps you are like very sweet, but when it's time to get a message across, you can be a beast. You might be a clairvoyant, so you can exist easily in the physical realm and have like communication with the spiritual realm as well. Like I'm seeing this like upside down, but constantly communicating, and then this is the clairvoyances. You might also be like in the way you express your sensual and sexual energy. You might be like very, very dual. So you might have like a female body and like, so you might be bi. That can be for someone. Don't have to though. Might just be, as I was saying, a female with also a very strong masculine side, or vice versa, a male with a strong feminine side. And so whatever the case is, so whatever is the way where this dual energy is expressed within you, you have stuff to say about it. Like whatever it is that makes your experience on Earth unique, you have, like it's going to give you messages, it's going to leave you with perhaps like material to write about, even a book perhaps. You might end up teaching about whatever your unique experience taught you, how to navigate it, for example, or how to move through life better, knowing that you are able to see life from several points of view. Always remain in your lane though, like don't fall into the trap of thinking that because you can experience like both sides of a certain spectrum or even several spectrums at the same time, that you are able to like, that you know everything about one side or the other. Like you are going to have to learn how to exist in between and how to describe your existence as something in between. And it can be uncomfortable because like your energy might shift a lot between stuff that society perceive as like stuff that should be separated, and you're like, well, no, I exist. I exist like this, and so yeah. Learn how to deal with it. okay? Learning how to love yourself is really going to teach you a lot, precisely because it won't be as straight away as it would be if you could just fit one of the three categories that society pointed out as being like lovable. Okay, like illusions are starting to shed. We're starting to realize that humans look way more like mandalas than canned soup, as I like to say. And I mean, without needing to shit on canned soup, we all need that from time to time, but trying to force reality into being all about canned soup is detrimental for the whole species. And so you might also, just by existing, by embracing your existence fully, by expressing yourself fully, you're also going to open eyes, basically, about stuff that clearly exists, but that has been suppressed through the eras, through mistakes, through very stupid initiatives as well. Yeah, anything else? No, that's all I have for you. Group number 3. This was your card. It was quite short and straight to the point. This card came through in another video as well, which was called "Which is your mythological?" Sorry about that. What is your mythological energy? And so this kind of had a similar vibe. So perhaps there are additional messages there. I can't remember the exact group, but you can skip the chapters until you find the right one if you are looking for more inspiration. Thank you for tuning in. I am now going to finish with group 4. If you're staying, see you there. If you're going, have a great whatever you're going to have next. If you want to book a personal reading, a reservation link is down below, as well with donation link and my website to connect through other social media platforms. And if you like this video and you want to remain updated, like, subscribe, leave a comment, remain connected. In the meantime, I wish you all the best and talk soon. Bye. Hi, group 4. This is your card. And that was my dog throwing a shoe into the air. He's going to do that for a while. I can't stop him. So, your card to answer the question, what makes you a walking franchise, is Urinomia. This is my favorite card ever. I cannot pronounce it right. Like, I just can't. I'll keep on trying until I can. But right away, so to answer the question, no, yeah, okay, right away. You're very beautiful. Might be a model. Don't have to though, but like you could. Might be a stinger as well. with the harmony word here, but or an artist. Either way, you are very fertile, so you might be a mother, or as I was saying, very, very creative, like to an explosive point of view. So from an energy point of view, you might struggle a little bit with maintaining harmony, like it's only shown here, and it's basically what she's trying to focus on, and then all around, like even in this scenario that talks about like fertility and like impregnation, but it doesn't have to be like physical pregnancy. It can refer to birthing a project, an idea, or stuff like that. But anyway, even in this scenario, it looks like very intense, very like breathtaking. So you might go through like heavy upheavals in your life, like very disruptive period in your life before you can produce or give birth to whatever it is that you need to give birth to. You might be very fiery with your words and ideas. I can see here like a super strong cloud that is created with a meeting between fire and air. So expression and mental mind work. And so even if you are not a singer, music might be really important, or a musician, music might be really important to you, and you will have to learn that perhaps in order to maintain harmony. Like music might become your safe harbor, because what comes through is also a tendency to have like very explosive meetings. So this figure here says like the encounters, and it doesn't surprise me at all, because if this is your energy, with what else are you going to meet, but also like you have, at the end of the day, you have a human body. Like even if your soul is like a volcano and you're like these raw, earthly, fiery energy that just comes through as a force of nature, a force to be reckoned with. At the end of the day, you have a human body. So even if that is your energy, even if that is how you thrive, by letting yourself be as explosive as you need to be, your body will definitely thank you on the long run, each and every time where you are going to give music to yourself, give harmony to yourself. I'm going to give some harmony now. Sorry, I have a very loud neighbor still. If you know, you know. So yeah, give yourself harmony. I was talking about music, using music therapy, sound bath, or even taking a real bath. If you can see how she is immersed in the water, swimming in natural bodies of water might be like natural medicine for you. You might be a little bit of a mermaid. And this aspect of giving yourself harmony, as I was waiting for the noise to stop, I kept on looking at the card, and I saw that it might also come through clothing, like learning how to choose clothing that allow you to breathe, to allow your skin to breathe. Or perhaps you just naturally have a very like boho fashion sense to you. Like, I mean, she's half naked in the card, but I was having like this image of like very flowy, yeah, bohemian beach dress that, yes, enhances your features, but also allows you to move freely. So this central figure that I love, but I just can't pronounce. I'll try again. Eurinomia. Sorry if I did it wrong. Like her myth describes her as the primordial woman born out of the water, and she gives birth to everything with a mating dance with her male counterpart, who is made of wind, and everything happens through a very like chaotic and passionate dance as well. And so yeah, you might really like to move your body and to express yourself through your body. You might be a dancer as well. I always said model in the beginning because the figure here is quite static, but the myth talks about dance as well. What else? You might benefit from being around more like down to earth people. But oh, okay. Only okay. But not only. I don't really know how to explain this, but like I was talking about this need for you to craft spaces and rituals where you can restore harmony for yourself. This is true even when it comes to people. Like you might realize that you relate to very different kind of people, and that all those different energies are beneficial for you as long as they are well balanced in your life. So you might benefit from being around really down to earth people, really harmonious people. Like I'm getting like this hippie vibe for perhaps holistic stuff, right? But then you might also need to be around more chaotic energies, and that is because that is how you create it. that is what makes you a walking franchise, to be honest. Okay. So an ideal partner for you would be someone who can go through those motions with you, like who can add to that harmonious energy, and who can also keep up with your inner volcano. Anything else? Little side message about anxiety, like the intensity of your creative process might be such that you end up experiencing difficulties breathing easily, overthinking as well, and again, going back to the message about the importance of practicing harmony in your life. Like you're going to, yeah, exactly, because if you look at the card, harmony is the only figure towards where she's looking. Everything else is happening around her, is happening because of her, is happening because of what she is. As long as she is what she is, or he, I mean, if you're a he, I'm talking about she because it's a she that's represented, but we're talking about energies here, so you might be a he. As long as you are who you are, this stuff is going to happen from you regardless. And I mean, of course, you are going to have to interact with whatever opportunity comes your way. You're going to have to put in your own work and sauce. But the thing is that it's going to come naturally. The real effort is going to be being disciplined with your self-care, okay? Because this can bring in a lot of excitement, and also thinking about how today's society is structured, that basically you're being rewarded if you just continually stay up, and in order for you to not break and explode in a bad way or in the worst way, like burnout, or having like physical issues, you're really going to have to put in the effort to not tame yourself down, because that is really not the message here. The message here is to learn how to regenerate yourself over and over, constantly, so that you can re-explode over and over again, constantly, because that is your energy. That is what comes from within you. Okay? Anything else? Ooh, people might sing about you even. That might be just for somebody's. A few somebodies. Yeah, real life muse vibes, to be honest. You might have like a very chaotic career. I won't lie to you. Like you might end up doing like a whole bunch of things. Once again, regenerate yourself. Like you might be Wonder Woman or Superman in your spirit, but in your body, you're a human. Okay? Let me think. Ooh, okay. Another thing that is coming through is that you might have had a really suffocating past, and that is basically why your future is going to be so explosive. Like you might not have had the option to be like this raw the force of nature, this explosive volcano, this meeting of cosmic forces. You might have had to like keep it like close to yourself, concealed for some times until one day, if it hasn't happened yet, then this is the message that you're supposed to hear. This is what's gonna happen at some point. And like it might feel like a lot, especially from a mental point of view. This might stem from encounters that you were not expecting to have, and that is all supposed to bring you to this wild and free energy from which you are going to be able to create and to be actually harmonious with your being. Anything else? No, I think we're good. Thank you very much. It was a lovely reading, and it was also the last, so you're definitely going to go now. Have a good whatever you're going to have next. If this reading resonated, you can like, leave a comment, subscribe. If you want to book a personal reading, the link is down below. If you want to leave a tip or donation, the link is down below as well. If you want to connect through other social media, my website is also listed down below. For now, thank you very much. Wish you all the best. And we're going to talk very soon. Bye. And I think I already said have a good whatever you're going to have next, right? If I didn't, I'm saying it now. And yeah, bye. Thank you. I don't know how to close it. It happened to me like on Friday as well. I had to do a public speaking, and I just threw the microphone over because I didn't know how to close it. So sorry. This happens sometimes, but I'm going to close it now. Talk soon. Bye.